Blue? Yeah?
No, like which side do you spawn in on?
The other side.
Like over there?
Yeah? Hit. Man, I'm an idiot.
How's it going, guys? Mr. Prickles here, bringing you a gameplay video from Mission Airsoft in San Antonio, Texas. The game mode for this video is King of the Hill.
I tell you what.
I'm on the blue team, or at least that's what I was told. All I know for sure is that I started out on the north side of the map, and anyone facing my direction is a target. Directly to my right, your left, is a path that leads right to the objective, but that's exactly where the enemy will expect me to be. My plan is to get behind them and direct their fire and their movement away from the objective.
Holy crap.
What?
I said you were 80 feet away. You were 80 feet away.
You got your lens cap on the camera.
Yeah, I take it off to take pictures and put it back on because all these BBs flying around.
Makes sense.
So I just take it off to shoot and put it back on.
What was the thing about the 80 feet?
Oh, it was just, he was thinking that you were too far away or too close for him to shoot. And I'm like, you know, no, man, it's like 80 feet away.
Huh.
And then I pasted off, and you were 80 feet away.
That's funny.
And then, right after like 6 bullets.
This guy came from behind me, but he wasn't on my team. His plan must have been pretty similar to mine. Here he's asking the ref about a situation where he hit his target, but that person may not have noticed before they shot back. He wasn't throwing any accusations of cheating toward the guy who shot him, but in situations where someone doesn't call their hit for some reason, it's best to assume they didn't feel the hit and it was an innocent mistake, unless it becomes a repetitive thing. And even if they are cheating, if they shot you, just honor the hit and bring it to the attention of a ref. It's just a game, and this guy did the right thing. After a few minutes, I decided to head further down the path to continue my flanking maneuver. I didn't want to make that enemy suspicious, nor did I want to take an unfair advantage by following him all the way back to his respawn point. I knew where the enemy respawn point was, so I decided not to continue going in that direction, and instead turn back toward the objective that I was supposed to be going for. That way, the people that were just respawning would have the opportunity to disperse, and it would be a more fair game. If my gun hadn't misfired, my plan probably would have worked. I don't know what the issue was with my gun. It might have been a feed issue with the magazine. But now the guy knew where I was, and I had to think fast. The problem is, I didn't think.
What?
What side are you on?
Blue?
Blue?
Yeah?
No, like which side do you spawn in on?
The other side.
Like over there?
Yeah? Hit.
Defense Department regrets to inform you that your sons are dead because they were stupid.
Man, I'm an idiot.
You giblet head.
Maybe I thought that the guy would have some kind of mercy on me. I don't know. After that, though, I didn't get much playtime. I got killed too quickly.
Oh, hit.
We only had 3 lives, and I ran out of them very fast.
Oh, hit.
I don't even know which team won that round, but in the next round, we switched sides, and we were a whole lot closer to the objective. The problem with this side of the map is that there's a whole lot less things to hide behind, so it's really easy to get hit because we're in the open. The objective is about 30 yards in front of me, but I don't want to run out in the open and get shot right away, so I hang back and take some shots at people far away.
Sorry guys, I gotta walk over here.
From this position, I actually made quite a few kills in this game. I was a little bit surprised at the accuracy I had at that distance. Since the BBs obviously don't travel the same speed as a regular bullet, it takes time to get to targets that are farther away. And since they're farther away, I send a lot downrange so that I have a better chance of hitting them. Unfortunately, if I've got an accurate shot, they get hit too many times, and I feel bad when I overshoot on them.
That makes it a little bit better as far as... What the fuck was person was giving them one color,
There you can probably see it again. He had his hand raised because he was hit, but he was hit multiple times after he had his hand raised because they were still making their way to him. So to that guy, the previous guy, and anyone that I overshoot in the future, if you're watching this video, I want to take the time now to say I apologize.
No, he's behind that broken down tree.
Hit!
So my response for raising my hand and calling hit for that was kind of late because I felt a slight tap on my shoulder, and I wasn't sure if I was hit, but I didn't want to be the guy that brushed it off thinking it was nothing. Like I said earlier, if you get hit or you think you get hit, just call your hit. It makes it a whole lot easier on everybody else. And it's just a game. There's no reason to get angry over simple mistakes. Now, as you can see, I'm back at the spot where I was at before. It's not the best cover, but when you're under fire, any cover you can get is what you take.
Yellow side has control!
Apparently in this game, we're the yellow team. One of our guys just took the objective, so now we gotta defend it.
I want you to curve the bull.
Man, I'm lighting them up this time. Man, I'm an idiot.
If you want to come out here, we're not down. You can come out here.
I'll get it right in front of you.
I'll be out here next weekend.
There's one right in front
I
of you.
didn't see any immediate threat from enemies nearby, so I decided to head to the cover that was right in front of me. It was a little bit more solid, and it was closer to the objective, so if I needed to go retake the objective, I was able to do it. Not much was really going on here. All of the enemies were way off in the trees, and we couldn't see them very well.
Got a runner off to the right. 2 o'clock.
At this point, there wasn't much time left in the game before we won. The enemies would have to come out of the tree line very quickly or they would lose the game. Some of them tried making runs for it to try to get behind us, but they were unsuccessful. I took a few shots at the enemies as the game drew to a close, but I couldn't tell whether or not I actually hit them. Most of them were so far away that I couldn't visibly tell if I hit them, and I couldn't hear them say whether or not they got hit. That guy, for instance, I could barely see him through the trees, and he was so far away that even if I did hit him, I couldn't hear him say anything. He was moving around, but I couldn't tell if he was moving around because he was hit, or if he was moving around to try to avoid being hit, or if he was just moving around because he was trying to get a better angle to shoot at somebody else.
Call out 1 minute. We think it's 4 minutes.
I don't know if you could hear it, but one of the refs was telling the other ref to call out 1 minute because we had 1 minute left before the timer ran out. This meant that it was the very last opportunity that the enemy had to make a run for the objective. If they didn't take it soon, they were going to lose.
Ah, hit!
I got hit seemingly out of nowhere, but the fact that that happened meant that there were enemies closer than I thought. Since they managed to catch me by surprise, I assumed that they were coming up and they were going to take the objective immediately. I quickly respawned, invoking my last life, and ran back to where I was to try to counter any offensives that they would put forth. Well, we won the game. That about wraps it up for this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell icon so that you can get notified of future content releases coming from my channel. If you live in Texas and want me to come play at your field, comment on the video, let me know where it's at. Maybe I'll see you in the next video. Until then, I'll see you next time here at Mr. Prickles Airsoft.